Hello, folks. Happy Wednesday, and it is time for another client success story. And I've shared a handful of these over time. And just as a reminder, one of the reasons why I share them is to inspire you, uh, but also to show you that the kind of transformation that I'm talking about and that it is our goal to help our clients achieve this kind of transformation, to show that it's absolutely possible. And the proof is in the pudding, right? As CEO of the People Stack, my main goal is based on our clients' goals. So in other words, we're winning when they're winning. So whatever our clients' goals are, then how I know that we're on track as a successful business is if our clients are hitting their goals. So the proof is in the pudding. And that's why I share these stories. Hello, Bill from Wisconsin. Great to have you here today. So the story that I want to share today is with one of my clients, Jim, who I worked with. It was about a few years ago that he reached out to me for help. And essentially, to cut to the chase in terms of the outcomes, in terms of the goals, he started working. It was 60-plus-hour work weeks. It was, 12-plus-hour days. And really, a lot of that was meetings. It was just, working meetings like 40 hours a week in meetings, right? So that's why he had to work 60 hours a week, because he was essentially like 9 to 5 in meetings. And then, he was a manager of engineering at that point. So if you know anything about being a manager or a technical manager, which I'm going to assume you do, because that's why you're in this group and why you're watching this video, is that if you're just going from meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting with no time in between to like even catch a breath, let alone think strategically and plan, you need to be doing more work than that. So he basically went from 60-hour work weeks, 40 hours a week in meetings alone, to 40-hour work weeks, cut his meetings in half. And oh, by the way, along the way, he earned a promotion to director of engineering. So he was spending less time at work, making more of an impact. And I wanted to share his story because I think it's going to resonate with a lot of you. Where he started before he reached out for help was essentially he was working 60-plus hours a week, 12-hour days. And he felt like he was stuck in meetings, and it was just meeting after meeting after meeting. And and he could not make an impact. And it was really drowning his confidence as well. It was also driving him nuts to just have to go meeting after meeting after meeting, a lot of them which he felt were completely useless. Some of the meetings that he was going to, and this is probably true for you as well, no matter how many meetings that you go to, some of them are good, right? Some of them are okay. Yeah, great, we made a decision. Great, we decided on a next action. Great, we delegated this thing. But a lot of times you're in meetings, and this is the case for Jim as well, where he, was essentially just, why am I here? What am I doing in this meeting? Where we didn't really do anything useful. And a really hard thing for Jim to admit, but taking a look in the mirror is extremely important. Taking extreme ownership of what's going on is extremely important if you want to get unstuck in your career. What was hard for him to admit was a lot of the meetings that he was going to, it wasn't that he was going to them, they were his meetings. He was calling these meetings and he was running these meetings, and yet, as much as he didn't want to admit it, they were terrible meetings. So he knew he needed to fix this. But he was at the point where he couldn't see a way out of it, because he kind of felt like he was in quicksand. He was getting just kind of pulled deeper and deeper and deeper into this hole of frustration, of lack of impact, of lack of confidence, lack of clarity. And try as he might, move around as much as he might, it was just kind of drowning him more and more and more. So he needed somebody to yank him out of that quicksand. And that's why he reached out for help, because he knew that what he was doing was not working, and he was not going to be able to solve this problem on his own. And so we talked. He let me know what was going on. He let me know what his career goals are. And because the kinds of problems that he was facing at that time are exactly the kinds of problems that we help our clients to solve, and also because he was clearly committed to taking extreme ownership, clearly committed to saying, yeah, they're my meetings and they suck. I got to fix it. He was also not willing to settle for mediocre in his career. It wasn't his goal to like, oh yeah, I want to work less, and that's it. Like, I don't care about impact. Like, I don't have any big career goals or whatever. I just want to work less. If that was not the case, it was, I want to have more of an impact. I want to earn a promotion to director. And I also want to have more freedom in my life as well. And so it was for all of those reasons that I invited him in to our program, to our People Stack program, and he accepted. And the first thing that we did when we worked together was, okay, let's get a handle on these meetings. But we took a step back, because the first thing that was necessary for Jim was to get really clear on what are your priorities? What are your responsibilities as a manager? Get really crystal clear on that. And that, combined with our battle-tested systems and strategies to really running meetings better, allowed him to reduce the number of meetings. It allowed him to say no, to confidently, intentionally say no to a lot of the meetings that he was running. And so that's why he was able to decrease within the first month of working together. He's able to decrease his meetings by 50%. 40 hours a week of meetings to 20 hours a week of meetings. So that gave him that breathing room to be able to, think in between meetings and plan strategically, and use that downtime in between meetings for that, for those more spontaneous conversations that happen. And also, by the way, to do more of the planning and strategizing that's necessary as a manager. So that was really the initial jolt that catapulted him out of the quicksand and then sent him soaring. Because his goal also, like I mentioned, was to earn a promotion to director. And so he wasn't going to do that, though. He wasn't going to start on that promotion path and start the conversations with his boss and others until he got his meetings under control, and also until he got his confidence back as well. But once that jolt happened and we raised him out of the quicksand, then we were able to help him through, guide him through the series of conversations with his boss and with the other senior leaders, so that he can earn the promotion to director. And that he did within a matter of months. So he went from completely feeling like he was drowning, working 60-hour weeks. Within a month of working together, he was out of the quicksand, close to working 40-hour weeks at that point, and adding more value than he was when he was working 20 more hours a week. And then within a couple months after that, he got the promotion. And so he was actually really scared. When we initially talked, he said, yeah, you know what, I do want a promotion to director, but I'm really scared. Like, I don't want to have to work more, right? I don't want to have to burn out, right? Not afraid of work, right? I mean, there's a difference there. There's a commitment, right? I will do the work, but I'm not gonna burn out. I'm not gonna be overwhelmed by this. I'm not gonna work 80-hour weeks. And so, like, a lot of people are scared, like, yeah, you know what, I do want to have more of an impact. Like, the idea of being director or VP or possibly even in the C-suite or starting your own business is like, wow, I like that. But, I'm not going to give up the balance in my life. I'm not going to give up my relationships with other people in order to do that. So that was one of the reasons why, too, for Jim, it was really important that he got everything in order first. And he was not drowning anymore. Because if he tried to get a promotion from that place of being drowned into the quicksand, and maybe he would have gotten the promotion. Sometimes that happens, Oh yeah, you're a hard worker. Go, go, go. You know, you're here working 12 hours a day. Here, I'll give you a promotion. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to be working 14-hour days, 18-hour days, and you're not going to have a life outside of work. Really, what that means is you're not going to have a life. He didn't want that. So if you're scared of that too, I want you to know that many of our clients who came to us were like, I want that promotion, but I am not willing to give up my freedom. I am not willing to work 80-hour weeks to do that. And if you take a look at Jim's story, it's absolutely possible to make more of an impact with fewer hours and be soaring, and to really just have, be in a place out in life where you are operating not from a place of scarcity and getting sucked in by frustration and negativity, and this is never going to work, to a place of abundance. And what more is possible? I'm soaring so high now, but wow, I have the wind beneath my wings, and I have experts to rely upon, and I have systems that I can rework and reuse and reiterate. How high can I go in my career? And how much freedom is actually possible? And that's the place that Jim ended up, soaring, thriving, building a legacy that he's absolutely going to be proud of, that he's building that for himself, for his family, for his children. And it's just such a wonderful gift to be part of that kind of transformation. So if that is the kind of transformation that you're looking for in your career, you know it's possible now. The proof is in the pudding. The one difference between you and Jim, the one difference between you and the many other clients whose stories I've shared, the one difference is that they booked a call. That's it. That's the one thing. That's the one thing that for them, it changed their career, it changed their lives. So book a call with us if that's the kind of transformation you're looking for and you know it's possible. thepeoplestack.com/book. There's really no reason for you to, put it off another day if that's what you're looking for. And if you're stuck, you reach out for help. It's a sign of strength, not a sign of weakness, to reach out for help. So book a call with my team today, thepeoplestack.com/book. Your dream career is calling. And it's up to you whether you're going to answer it or not. And the next step is to go ahead and book that call. That's how you follow in Jim's footsteps, and that's how you follow in the footsteps of the hundreds of other clients who we've had the privilege and the honor to help them soar in their careers and in their lives. So go ahead, book that call, thepeoplestack.com/book. And I look forward to talking with many of you soon. And I will be back here for another episode on Friday. So enjoy the rest of your week. Talk to you soon.